All right, welcome to week 16, and hopefully everything is going well with your projects. What we're going to talk about is, this is just going to be a short presentation. I have a couple things that I want you to work on while you're working on your final project. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your final project. I want you to continue working on your final project, work on any issues that you might have, make sure that you're checking their requirements so that you are setting up your site correctly. And the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to do a validation of your pages for any problems or issues that may occur. And then I want you to set up an Illuminate meeting with me sometime this week so that we can discuss any problems or any issues that you might be having with your site or any just questions that you have. So for finals week, what are we going to do? For finals week, normally what I would do is I would have you do a presentation on your final project to the class. So instead what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to still ask you to create a presentation, but you're going to use PowerPoint and you're going to narrate a PowerPoint. So you need to make sure that your microphone is working on your computer. If it's not, please make sure that you contact me. So what we'll talk about is what the requirements are that I have for that presentation. So for finals week, you're going to have to submit to me your final project, the presentation. It's going to be a narrated PowerPoint slide. I'll create a Dropbox for it. You're going to also need to zip all of your final project files and zip those into one zip file so that I can see those, because I'm going to be looking at your templates, your file organization, your naming of your files, those types of things. I also then want you to send me the final project URL so that I can see that you were able to put it onto your student site and that you got everything working correctly in a live environment as well. So first thing is, let me just show you how to validate your site. What you're going to need to do is open Dreamweaver, okay? And you have your site open here. Okay, and you'll need to click on File. And let's go ahead and click on Check Page and choose Accessibility. And then you might see that it may run a report. Okay, but let's go ahead and let's click on Validation. And say Validate Current Local Site. Okay. And what you're going to see is you're going to see some information come up. Now, what I want you to do is, if you know how to fix some of these issues, you can go ahead and fix them. If you don't know how to fix them, that's okay. I just want to kind of see where things are at and how things look with your site. Notice that you do have some browser compatibility checks you could do. You could do a link checker to make sure that there are no broken links. Okay. You can do a site report, and that just tells you some different things that are going on with your site. Okay, if you don't see this site report generated, you can go ahead and click on Reports and it should generate it for you. Okay, and you can say Run. So what I want you to do is go to your validation page, and I want you to say Save Results. And I want you to go ahead and save those. And go ahead and save these results also. Actually, never mind that. Just go ahead and click on Save Reports once, and then that's one of the things I'm going to ask you to submit at the end of the week this week also. So you should be saving an XML file so that I can take a look at it. Again, I want to see, if there's any big issues with your site. If I do find a big issue, I'll let you know. For the most part, though, I think you're probably going to be okay. I just want you to know how to do that type of a validation if you need to. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is talk to you about the finals presentation. I put together a final project presentation requirements. I'll post those on the web. And I'm going to create a Dropbox for you to be able to put your final project presentation there. I want you to create a narrated PowerPoint presentation. You can choose whatever format or style or anything that you want. What I want your presentation to do is walk me through the various stages of your project, what you've learned, any issues you've encountered. Just be as descriptive as you can. It should be very professional. It should be very complete. It's an opportunity for you to present your completed final project to me. And I want you to think of me as the client. Okay? So the following things need to be included in your presentation. A brief introduction. I want you to then discuss the phases of development in your final project, any actions that you took, problems that occurred, any aspects that you enjoyed, you didn't enjoy. And then I've listed the phases. The next part I want you to look at is I want you to discuss your final project. So I want you to include the site URL. I want a screenshot of each of your pages, and I want you to discuss each of your pages, why you designed them, why your templates are set up the way that they are, any issues that you're pleased with, things you'd like to change, those types of things. Your presentation should be narrated and should be at least 4 minutes long. And I did include some instructions for creating a narrated PowerPoint. And I'll go ahead and I will open a PowerPoint here and show you how to do it. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up your PowerPoint. Okay, so once you have your PowerPoint set up, what you're going to want to do then is you're going to want to go to Slideshow and say record narration. And then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and click on set microphone level, and you can see that you should be able to see your microphone. Say okay. I'm going to change the quality. I'm just going to say radio quality. Say okay. Now what this should do is this should be saved. You don't have to do anything here. You don't want to link your narration because that it'll make your audio a separate track. You want to actually embed your audio, so make sure that link narrations is not selected. Okay? Then you're going to go ahead and say okay. Your slideshow is going to start, and you're going to see your slides, and you're going to be able to talk, and as you talk it's recording what you're saying. And then as you click on your pages to go to the next one, you're going to see your requirements, your brief introduction, those types of things. And then when you finish, at the end of the show, it's going to ask you if you want to save your timings. And go ahead and click save. And that's it. You should see on the very bottom of your slide, you should see a little sound icon there. And then when you preview your slide, it should begin talking. If you have any problems, you can go ahead and contact me anytime. Okay, so I think we've kind of covered the basics of what the next 2 weeks are going to look like. For the most part, it's pretty much up to you to determine, how much help you want from me. I'm available to meet with you online anytime in Illuminate. I know some of you are a little frustrated because I'm not there to help you out, but I think if you would meet with me in Illuminate, you would find that it would be just the same as if we were sitting in my office talking about some things. So please make sure and contact me if you're having any troubles, and we'll meet. Otherwise, I'll be posting a few things, requirements, but after this posting, for the most part, it's just going to be working on your presentation, or on your final project and your presentation. And then same thing for finals week. So hopefully then we can get things going well for you guys. So from what I've seen so far, you've done a really nice job. So anyway, make sure that you contact me, and that's it for this week.